Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking. I said, I'm gonna chat again. Yeah, never around when I need. I'll throw it away. When I see this, I'm gonna throw it away. It ain't never around when I need it. But anyway, I was thinking about my twin, bro. Soulmates and twin flame. You know you got a natural love for them. It's a beautiful thing. I know. I wish I met y'all. I ain't met y'all, but I met one. I know it is what that is. But it's a beautiful thing to know how you got natural love for it. So it already let you know if you built a community or a complex around your soulmates and twin flame, you'll have a good life. Just because of the natural love you got for one another. You'll have a beautiful life. Even when they, like, even if cheating is involved, it don't bother you as bad. I learned that with that flame. And when she was cheating, either I just didn't give a damn, or it just didn't bother me, bro. I was like, I couldn't even get no emotion. I couldn't even grab no emotion about it. It was strange. And she was trying her best to trigger it, bro. Like, she wanted to, if she could have just came in this room with another man and slept with me in front of her, she would have, and look at me, yeah, what you think about that? She do stuff like, yeah, what you think about that ass? I was like, I think you look corny. I think you lame. I think you embarrassing at this point. You know, that's how I used to have to talk to her. But it didn't bother me, bro. I think she knew that. I guess because she was the devil. She knew that. You know what I'm saying? She was just trying to trick. She was trying to teach me and show me that it don't work the same. That energy, it's like the energy totally different, bro. Not saying you need to go cheat. You ain't gonna want to cheat, probably. But it looked like she didn't want to cheat. She was just doing it. Almost as if she was programmed to do it. To show me it doesn't bother, it really don't bother when you, I don't know. I could be tripping. Maybe I just didn't like her. Hell, I don't know. Hell, I probably just didn't like her. I probably loved her, but just didn't like her, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I got on here to say something. Oh yeah, I got on here to say something about y'all female. When the chosen one got in these situations. Well, I was on Facebook. I told y'all, I said, I reached out to some of y'all, and I said, you know, and one of y'all tried to say, you know, tell me, you got a big old mouth, big lips too. And you got on there and you said, whatever you said, it was corny anyway. But anyway, I told y'all, I said, I'm too gifted of a man for y'all to turn me down for just something as irrelevant as sex or something like that, because you ain't never had sex with me, you just going by assumptions, you know, right? So, it's like, I'm too good of a man for you to even be doing that, right? So I told y'all, I wish y'all was around me, because I would joan y'all asses out, bro. And I told y'all, I said, what did I tell y'all? I said, I got too much going on for myself. Y'all turned me down for Display Man. Display Man ain't got nothing going on. But he said, all he got is Display. And then over time, because he didn't want you, and he probably had 20 other women right behind you, over time, it didn't even work good no more. And all that done passed, you got to find another Display Man, right? I told y'all, I said, Y'all will never leave. And y'all, I can feel y'all in my energy. I know who y'all is, but I ain't gonna say your name. I can feel y'all in my energy, just stealing stuff, taking stuff, creeping over here, getting stuff. You see, it don't make no sense. I'm trying to say this without sounding like a damn hater, because I ain't no hater, because you was the hater. Display man hated on me to get my woman. Or, Shawty, you hated on yourself. Or whatever the case may be. But I'm just saying, I can feel you women in my energy, just sneaking around, stealing stuff, you know what I'm saying, like rats. You coming over here, you still in my energy. We ain't never had no contact with each other. I ain't got no feeling for you. You don't have no feeling for me. We never met one another, and you even had your opportunity to run your damn mouth, but you still over here. That's because you stole from your own husband. You murdered your own. You murdered your own gift from God. Your blissfulness. You traded in blissfulness for not even a blessing. You traded in a blissfulness for lust. Okay, you traded in a blessing for lust. Lust is temporary. It's just on you, right? Oh, you're gonna have to keep finding lust. Lust is out there all over the place. Lust is everywhere. Ooh, give it to me, baby. Let's whip it out for me. Hey, man, y'all just embarrassing. You grown? You grown, right? You grown, right? Back when I was coming up, women that rolled out of them stages and got married and stuff, they'll talk to their kids about that. But y'all grown as hell doing that shit. That's why I thought it was kind of embarrassing. I was scared, actually. And I knew, I said, I ain't gonna get married. I'm 50 years old, probably. Shit. Y'all, that's scary, bro. You can't tell the difference between a 14-year-old and a 35, 45-year-old woman. Something wrong, bro. The only thing I done seen a 35-year-old, 45-year-old woman be able to tell a 14-year-old is how to get money. And that's if they get it. And then some of them can't do that because some of them live on welfare so bad, they're going to tell that girl, you got to use that between your legs, and then when you do that, you got to go marry him. And then when you do that, you got to have a baby. And then when you do that, you got to do this, you got to sign stuff in your name. And then when you do that, you got to divorce him. And then after you divorce 3 men, you don't have security. So you is irrelevant. Everything about you is irrelevant. You are not a woman. You are not a human at this point. You're on demon time. When you gotta teach your child and everybody else's kids that my kid won't visit your house. My kid won't step foot in your house. My kid won't step foot on your porch. If my kid's friends with your friend, your kid, I have to evaluate your kid just so I can tell my kid that ain't your friend, never was your friend, the enemy sent them to you, and I better not ever see you around them. Shit, for real, bro. But anyway, I can feel y'all in my end just stealing stuff. And you don't even steal it right. You don't know what you're doing. And then oh, God said calm down. I'm gonna go off on y'all, bro. But I can feel y'all in my energy. I woke up and y'all was in my energy this morning, man. Y'all got trace things and all kind of shit going on. Trace planets and everything. Yeah, y'all be tracing shit. And then when I ain't doing nothing else, you get to talking about me. You just slow. All that education. You in the fastest city, I can't tell. They over there, they slow over there. How? How when you stealing from the country? How can the city say the country slow when you stealing from it? Y'all just L12, bro. You ever heard of that shit? They call, back in the day, they used to call people cornball, L12, and all that. I'm gonna start calling y'all corn on the cob, bro. Y'all, what y'all doing talking about people said for an 808? You can't do no shit like that. Y'all know better than that. You grown, bro. We played sports together. We went to jail together and everything. Don't nobody do that then. You know, when I be in this situation, I always put my mindset in a prisoner or a jail mindset because that's the way they always had me. And that made it able for me to live, because it's prisoners that got to spend the rest of their life in prison in worse a condition than this. So I always have put myself in these situations. And my parents been robbing me so good. And my pa, he loved to say, they don't talk about it, but you robbed me, bro. I ain't even got nothing to drive. He be telling me, like, it's stuff we didn't do around the house. He said, yeah, my daddy didn't talk about it, but dude, you robbed me and took the damn cars from me. Like, you went and told people I lost everything. You had losing. I took my truck back for you because you clown. My daddy think he funny. He loot. One of y'all Satan vessel. One of y'all Satan vessel. I know somebody, it's two people around me, a female and a male. One of y'all a Satan vessel, and one of y'all is the devil vessel. One of y'all female and one of y'all male. I found y'all, bro. I found y'all there. And when I realized how close y'all was to me, as a matter of fact, I know it's Satan other vessels. Like, it's other vessels for Satan. And it's like 2 or 3 vessels that Satan can use around me, and the devil. So I ain't have a chance in the beginning. And when I realized who all y'all was, I ain't have a chance in the beginning. You ain't, though. You finna go. They cleaning your ass up, brother. You did too much. I think you somebody else. I know you, but I ain't gonna say on him. But anyway, like my pop, he'll do that. They done took the drive. They done took everything I could drive, resources, everything. He looked at me and said, yeah, they don't talk about it. You just need to quit talking about folk. But you can't, because you programmed to do that. You're an old historical program. I had a guide about it. And the guy told me you're an old historical program. And you can't help. You're a narcissist. Just say, we'll just write it off as you're a narcissist. But anyway, he be in the car. We gotta do a lot of stuff around the house. Now that I said this video, you gonna go watch this video because you got cameras on me. And you're gonna do what you're supposed to do. And then you're gonna walk around here looking crazy as hell. You get mad when you gotta do some work. You gotta do. Nigga, it's your house. You gotta do your job. You gotta fix your own shit, bro. You gotta do your own work, bro. But anyway, I said, man, we gotta do this, do that. Man, my daddy didn't talk about it. We know Papa didn't talk about it, but you gonna talk about it. You gonna go everywhere around the world talk about it. You gonna talk about it so much, you gonna be too tired to do something about it. That's your problem. But anyway, back to you female. I ain't feel y'all in my energy, bro. Y'all done built up businesses. You done put on doctor suits. You should have just came over here, shawty. That's backwards, bro. I'm telling y'all, back in the day, it didn't work. You didn't do that. If a woman got married to somebody and it was still in her blood to cheat, she probably was going to cheat on the dude she married. But eventually the dude was going to find out. But since they had such a good relationship, they would try to work on it. With that being said, that woman still protected that man with all her heart. The men that she would sleep with always would want to do something against that man, and she would cut him off. And I guess that was her way of recognizing the devil in her life. And she would cut him off, and eventually she would just leave their ass alone. Because she started to realize they don't want her ass. You know what I'm saying? They probably want her man. And it ain't that they want to sleep with him. They want everything her man worked for. Cause back then, the man did all the work. You know, it ain't like today, everybody commodity, in the commodity business, everybody can go get $1 billion. It ain't like that today, you know. Y'all embarrassing, bro. Like, if you would've just, I'm glad you didn't, because you showed me your true colors in this wicked evil. And you're a child, you got a child mind, you're beautiful, you got all this education, and you got a child mind. Ain't something off about you. That means you're automatically tell me that you finna be on devil time. Once you get on devil time, your heart's serious. Once your heart's serious, you gonna do me in the worst way possible. I did that before with my ex-wife. She had a slit from here to here. I ain't fucking with it, bro. Now, like I said, my ex-wife was worse than my flame. Be real with you. By being around so much negativity in my life, I was able to observe, analyze, and study the data in these women, bro. And I know how women supposed to look compared to how they look when they completely wore out. And it's like night and day, bro. I don't know how y'all even have a good time anymore. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. You think it's cool. They call y'all muffin. I call you bat wings. You got bat wings. You ain't got no right to pick on nobody, bro. When you like that. None. You literally got flaps. Somebody gotta open up. You got doors. They gotta open up these two doors like this, whoo, just to see what's truly going on. And then you already know if you had to open up the doors like this. I'm talking about jailhouse door. I'm talking about doors like in the school, two big metal doors. You got a that make noise. Then you gonna see what you got going on, bro. Don't even think you cool, shawty. But then I'm like, that's why remember every time I itch my head, I'm either talking to God or wondering why y'all so damn stupid. For real, bro, I can't get it, bro. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting the joke. I'm not getting the punchline. Now, I'm trying to say this as clean as possible so YouTube will play it. That's gonna be a slogan. But anyway, if y'all be feeling y'all in my end, y'all done built up all these programs, do all this still. Now imagine if you would have just married me, how wealthy you would be. And then you could cheat. Cause display man ain't permanent. You get it now? Instead you wanna put your the gift that God gave you on display. Talk about him like a dog. First and foremost, it's almost like you had to go find a man that you could talk to your friends about. You don't find no lover to go talk to nobody about. When you get with your lover, all that's personal. When you get with the one you married, all that's personal. And then, like I just said about the previous generation, and then when you go get with your display man and he want to bring up something about your lover, you know to cut his ass off. Because he ain't got no business worried about your lover because it ain't got nothing to do with him. It's just you and him. You got the game twisted. Perverse, backwards, swap it around. You did what I'm saying? And then some of y'all got so bad to where you wanted to marry a good man, take all the identity and all the life outside of my nieces and stuff. I know y'all ratchet anyway. Because you was a straight up rotten egg the day before. Then I come back all of a sudden, you and my mama and them got everything that I had. All y'all was straight up rotten eggs. Full-fledged rotten eggs. I'm finna get on y'all. I told y'all I'm finna get on y'all. You done had my life like this. You gonna come on here and smile. Don't do that no more. Cause I'm gonna cuss you out. You and your kids. Now, anyway, like I said, don't do that. Don't come around me no more, y'all. And mama, you already know. My own mama come down here and say a few words to me and get me locked up every time, y'all. Every single time. Me and her just do not click at all. Because she always torture me. She'll get me in the house and torture me to death. I ain't even told y'all nothing. I ain't told y'all nothing. I ain't told the world nothing when it comes down to how my parents truly done me. But y'all pushing it, bro. Y'all was wicked evil, man. But anyway, back to, I don't want to even talk about my family. Discouraged. But anyway, I want to talk about you women because you in my energy. I woke up with you in my, it wasn't bad. I woke up feeling good. No, I didn't. I woke up with allergy issues. But it wasn't bad. But I'm going to tell you, yo, don't do that. Quit embarrassing. I'm trying to tell y'all women this to quit embarrassing yourself and swapping up the energy. Quit swapping up the energy. Stop doing that shit. That ain't the way it works. Like I said, my ex, I know women who is swap the whole desk, take a good man life that they done married and got good relationship, can really build something with. Give it to the damn display man, which is a full-fledged automatic Carmen, contaminated from the rooty to the tootie. And then the best thing y'all can say is they ain't ready yet. She ain't ready yet. Who gives a damn? Obviously ain't none of y'all ready yet, because you over there with this nasty ass man, and you done took the life from a good man and gave it to nasty Dirt Dingler over here. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Listen to what I told you. Listen one more time. One more time. Listen real good. You gonna have to go by the last generation, because you completely utterly failed that test right there. So you gonna have to go by the other generation. See, the other generation failed it from cheating in the first place. Okay, now do we get it? That's what you learn from the previous generation. You take the good from the previous generation and alleviate the bad. The other generation failed the test. Okay? They failed the test from cheating. Y'all took cheating as if it was the passing part of that, and made it into an evolution of such a perverse crime and disgustingness that's beyond measure. Y'all took that shit and was like, it was like y'all was saying to y'all mama now, ain't no way in the hell I'd have done him like that. I liked him. And you probably slept with your mama, man, and everything. And she don't know it. I never done him like that. I tell you what I would have did to my daddy. Because, most kids don't like their parents anyway, because the parents doing the discipline. I tell you what I would have did. Matter of fact, I'll show you. And you did. You showed the whole world. You sat here and married good men, sacrificed them, and gave their whole life to a complete loser.